For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away in a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Hey everyone, this is Absintian Nightmare, and I'm starting my next game, or well, games, because I have the Penumbra collection. This is the 3 games of the Penumbra series. This is before Amnesia. So I've wanted to play these for a long time, so this is good a time as any to pick this up and get going. I'm going to try and do this in a little bit of a different style. I'm not going to do my intro every single time. I'm going to probably skip my intro a few episodes here and there. So it helps me keep going on these episodes. I'm going to try and keep them around 30 minutes or so, but I'm going to be continuing on from when I stop one and continuing another. And you'll still see me do my intro here and there, but I want to try and do that and see how it goes. Give me some feedback if it looks good or anything like that. Let's get started on this. Finally, we're almost docked. I better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse, and I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. Yeah. It's a nice way to do an intro. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting information and reminders. Yep, okay. It's an interesting... I think I left my torch on the desk drawer next to the bed. It can be opened using my left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. I'm hearing this guy like talk manically to himself, calling his left hand and right hand left mouse and right mouse. Whiskey. Empty. Shame. Yeah, shame. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. Yeah, decent idea. Okay, got this locked up. So they wanted me to grab the torch. The flashlight switches on and off via inventory, or hopefully with the shortcut key. Hopefully. And where's that emergency glow stick? Should still be in the locker. Keys in my inventory. With this stuff. This is all pretty cool when it first came out. Yep. Dearest Eric, this is a love note from a fisherman's wife. Talking about getting trout and everything. I've seen that before, and also, if it's not integral to the story, I don't want to, like, just be reading everything. I'll try and do that. So, let's see. Okay. Key. Grab my glow stick. And batteries. I think that's everything, so... As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after. I knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. It's like, this guy just wanders off, and it's like, no wonder you're lost. Suppose he knew where he was going, but I doubt that. My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. Or is that some kind of animal? Okay, I remember a little bit of this. If I click and hold the interact button, yeah. Cold's made me weak, but I can still throw things. Yep, I at least remember this part. I played this way long ago, so I'm not perfect at knowing everything. But I do remember this being a pain in the freaking butt. There we go. There we go. Okay, let me open it, please. Thank you. Thud. Whispers already begin. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? Okay, I fell on in. A heavy-looking wooden barrel. Could be anything inside. Empty boxes of ammunition. This. Okay. Let's use my glow stick more importantly right now. It's stuck. There's probably something in the way. Ooh, flare. Huh. Let's see if I can swing this hammer. If I hold left mouse, I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right, and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold down right mouse after the backswing, I should still be able to look around. Still, it's kind of weird how they're trying to talk in that create the tutorial by talking, but like they kind of mix it up and it's really weird. But okay, get these in my little quick use slots because I may need them. Oh, metal rod. Wait, what's this? Emergency exits. Should have known that rusty old ladder would hold my weight, but I didn't have any choice. I'd rather die down here than suffer that cold any longer. Are you so sure on that? Oh, already I'm all freaking out. Okay. Whoa. Wait a second. I didn't notice that there was more than one path here? That's different. Oh, I can't make it up. Oh, come on. Oh, I can. Sweet. Okay, there's the blocked area. This hatch is seriously solid. It won't open by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep people out or in. No wonder I couldn't open the door. Oh, yeah. There, now I can open it. Nice. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I don't like that. Just gonna keep that there for now. Okay, there's another path there. We can check that out. I always get jumpy. It's kind of weird, but I always get jumpy like that. Oh, that just... Great exploring! Can't see anything down there. It's like, yeah, it's the only way, but you just saw something try and smash it. Do you really want to open it? Game logic. Okay, cool. I don't know where this leads or what's waiting for me, but unless I want to starve to death, it's my only option. Besides, maybe this place has something to do with my father. Okay, random military base out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it has to be your father, because who else would be out here other than, you know, other people? Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness, and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line. Health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong. Part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. I had a crappy childhood. Oh, got a note. That's not a note. Oh, here we go. The entrance to the cave is caved in. There must be another way out. Could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, it won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses. Okay. If anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me a chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know if I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be hurt unless something's right on top of me. I remember to shut off my light sources, though. Okay. So I heard there was something down here. Okay, I would like to be able to see, though. That's my one issue. Like that, I'll be virtually invisible, and after some time I should get my night vision back, provided I stay still. Okay, I'm still now. Is there anything here? Can't even tell if there is anything. This must be old if they were still using paraffin lamps. Looks like there's still some juice left. I can't really light it right now. So I'm right now just exploring right now, it looks like, so... Don't hear anything. I think I'm safe right now to wander. I'm gonna go toward that office that was over to the left. Can't speak. Large wooden box. Some rocks. Arrows. Ah. Interesting light source there. Not sure if it's grating or not. Wait, what's... Okay, a chest for storing valuables. Okay. Thought it was something else. Ooh. Beef jerky. And some medicine. Explore around here a bit. Let's see. What's that? So much history in this place, tied up in words and left to decompose. Huh, little drawers here too, I didn't notice that. Ooh, a key. Copenhagen Post, so this must be Copenhagen Post. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of Death Mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies in isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. In further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits, known as the Turngate, live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. I'm gonna have to find out how to say that name. And there's a key. Command bunker, emergency airstrip Zulu. Another airstrip. Okay, so this might be a part of an airstrip too. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipments, standard emergency drills, routine runway maintenance. Have to do twice weekly. One wounded. The one wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. Germans hadn't extended their front line by 400 miles. By 4,000 miles, 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. Hey, you get bored out here. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in the chest of my office and keep the key in my person at all times so I can go and learn how to make some cherry bombs. Sweet. Used to say both men have been disciplined. He's so disconnected sometimes. I feel as if this war could end and we might not even hear about it out here. Supplies requisition order. Dynamite for excavation. 7 bayonets. I would love to find one of those bayonets. 1 industrial ice pick. Moving the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses. Okay, like those. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified. So this was being turned into a bunker at one point? One point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made, may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Possibly something radioactive. It just magically glows. Ooh, more batteries. Sure, a British platoon must date back to World War II. Like I just said, it might have been used as a bunker. Backstrin, huh? Man, an old man clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before. Still, I know this man before me is Howard. I call him father. What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. I touched it. That's all I did. Anything else of importance? Nope. So I'll be sure to search everything before I open this chest. Big book of explosives. Hell yeah. Black match fuse. Materials required. String, black gunpowder, and backstring. Okay, I have backstring. Gunpowder is probably elsewhere. String should be coated with a thin layer of backstring, which acts as an adhesive. String is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. And by Alfred Nobel. So dynamite, okay. So properly stored over time, explosive component dynamite, supposedly made safe by the presence of the diatomaceous earth, has a tendency to weep, making the box of explosive liable to detonate on contact. Okay, so that's how I can create that. TNT. Armstrong's mixtures, including this book, is more of a point of interest than a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it. It's death mix. Its incredible volatility make it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. Red phosphorus and barium. And that's it. Mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed with to minimize. Here's to the chemist. Sulfur can substitute for some or all of the barium to slightly decrease sensitivity. Okay, so it's a very sensitive explosive. Okay, I think that's everything inside here, so now it's time to leave. Oh, I can't save. I thought I could, but I can't. So you just gotta find checkpoints, huh? There's probably doors, hopefully. That sounded pretty epic. Oh, hide from it. Evil dog. Holy crap. So more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I better not stare it out. Anything within my field of vision might panic me, and then I'm a goner. Okay, I gotta get past it, because I think there was a storage over that way. Okay, there was a bottle here, right? Yes. I'm gonna throw it if I see that thing. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I see it, I see it. Just be quiet. Oh, it's gonna walk right by me. Crap, 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 crap. It's gonna walk right by me. See it out of the corner of my eye here, it's so creepy. Low graphics resolution, but it still is very creepy, especially with the sound effects. It's right there. Holy crap. Just don't fucking move. Okay, it's going away. Alright. Continue, please go. Please go. As long as I keep it in the corner of my screen, I'm fine. Okay, I think it's just one though, so I think I'm good if I keep going this way. Okay, where am I? Here, okay, I want to get to storage, which is that way. So I want to go through here, but I can't. Okay, I don't know how far that dog patrols. Okay, now I hear it. Okay. Where is it? Okay, I don't hear it. Okay, now I hear it. It's only when I move. That's annoying. There might be a lot of sneaking around with this. Can't hear it. I bet you the instant I move, it'll be like right behind this box. Okay, I need to get going somehow. I need to see where the hell he is. I can't fucking see. Okay, I don't see him. Down this way, okay. I think I'm good. Alright, alright. Move slow as hell. Nice hints, thank you. Storage, yes. Making good progress here. Okay. I hear those noises, holy crap. If this lighter wasn't empty, it'd be a handy thing to have. Yes, it would. Things are skittering around. Plus fuel equals flame. Happy face. Spiders equal nasty. The work of either a child or a deranged mind. It's a clear representation of a scorched, writhing spider. With a happy face. Hey. Locked on the other side. That does not mean there's someone still inside. I can hear chattering. Thank God, maybe I can get someone to Thank you for going so quick. Notes. Locked door with odd noises. Yep. Lots of nails. Evil spiders. Yep, no happy spideys. Creek. Ah, painkiller. Nice. It was different, but the same that time. Like, I had more control, but over what? But there's no control. I didn't see anything other than, like, little whispering. Okay. It's locked. What the hell? Steam pipe? Is that what it's talking about? Shows some kind of trap door, but I can't see where it would be. That's the box over there. Yeah, that skittering is like right under the floorboards here. Which means, yay! Ah, noisy things. So many noisy things. None of it all fun. Okay. And yep, I gotta go down there. Oh joy. Where all the skittering is. Joy of freaking joys. Said this basement caved in some years ago. Something's tunneled through here more recently, though. Christ, what sort of creature makes these markings? Probably giant spider. I'll say that. It keeps on skittering. Ugh. Is that a spider? I don't like spiders. Neither do I! Fuck you, spider. Okay, ladder. That might be important later. Okay. Ladder might be very, very important. We'll take it instead. And hope that I can chuck it at something. Not very effectively, but would be nice. Go this way. Ooh, not good. Ew. Horrible sight. Luckily it's mummified, or else the smell would have been awful. Yeah, would have been. Nasty. Okay, can I get this up over? Ooh, that's scary. Creepy as fuck. It's right in my left ear, so it keeps on creeping me out. Oh god. Oh crap, did I just move that friggin... Nope, I see steam over there. Dry, dusty old bags. Nasty. Diary entries. Can I... There we go, okay. Day 1. I begin this record, still in the hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be scientific of value, despite the chaos which has ensued in the 6 hours previous. My aim is to remain secure, till that what help there may be arrives. To that end, I have barricaded myself in a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. That the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here. Now 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize. They would be unaware of my location, hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. First mistake was to make assumptions on matters of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both of those assumptions on going outside my safe haven. But I submit that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I have found only danger. I approached the little living quarters, but curiously could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction from which I had come, but soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Confused but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature which seems to have made its old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beasts. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle, a process which I believe now is most likely a sprain, rather than a fracture. For some time I cowered and fled in the dark, but a few hours ago I discovered a door leading to a smaller, disused part of the mine, the key for which I still have in my pocket. Within that area I discovered this storeroom, and I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. A lesson learned. I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. T19. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing. Lots of spiders. I do not like spiders. Caught one of the accursed 8-legged beast nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. My surprise, I swallowed it. Not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genus of arachnid. It would be unlikely that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Any known venom would have affected me by now, so today is the first minor cause for celebration I've had since the incident. By lucky coincidence, this revelation also means I have discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition, which I intend to adventure into the basement beneath the storeroom in the name of science to discover more about these creatures' natural habitat. 4 days now. I have been surviving solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by the spiders. For some time I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels. However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries of my torch died and I made a second life-saving finding. The creature's natural habitat is the dark. My light now diminished, I need only lie still for a few minutes, and I will have attracted enough of the beast for a rather hearty meal. Yeah, but that doesn't say a lot for what is scrawled on the walls. Let's see, just finding any other pathway. Nope. Wait a second, I think this... Is this for back here, maybe? I don't think there's a way out. Ah, yes. Perfect. Okay, nice. Alrighty, I think this is a good place to end on this one. I hear that whimpering again. So we got the diary entry, everything like that. Okay, so, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.